Hello again from Central Virginia. It's the middle of February, dead in the middle of February, and I'm back here on the in my country spot and my garden spot, and I want to show you what's going on, how the garden is looking right now, middle of February, getting ready to get going into the year. So things are looking pretty good. Let's take a look. As I walk along the perimeter, I see my early signs of life, such as here is some echinacea, I believe, that's growing up here, and a lovely little weed that we'll go ahead and pull. We'll do a little work while we're here as well. And there is a black-eyed Susan that's growing up right there. Okay, here are some Egyptian walking onions. I did a video on this in the fall about them, and of course I've got something that's crawling around in there. But yeah, these are coming up well, these little guys that I planted in the fall, and some of them had walked on their own. This has now been pretty much cleared out. I will be coming in soon and getting the rest of that kale, but I'm still eating collards and kale from that. And what is nice is that spinach that I planted in the fall is doing quite well now and looking very, very good. Over here in this bed, we have some lettuces that were planted in the fall that wintered over. There's some wintered over arugula over there. And I did in January, late January, I planted a few spinach seeds and they are coming up. So that's nice. Okay, now this I planted, this is a winter cabbage. It is a Chinese cabbage. And right here we have some tatsoi. These I planted on January the 29th. I put them under just a crate like this, created a little greenhouse effect, and that's done it up. This is a wintered over arugula, quite tasty. The only thing left to do is come and get these Brussels sprouts, finish them off, and there are still a few to crop. I've got to cut back the lemon balm because that's going to want to start coming out soon. But everything was mulched and composted in the fall. So this will be pretty much ready to plant. Now over here, this is good. Last year I planted a little bit of chamomile, and it did okay last year in its first year. Here's a piece of grass that came in. Get rid of that. But it's really doing well. It really has taken off and spread. So that is nice. I'll have a nice little patch of chamomile here. And that's going to be one of my earlier plants to come up, and it'll be lovely for the bees, and perhaps I'll get some to make some tea. So things are looking pretty good here. Only a few weeds have crept in the winter, and you know, if you stay on them pretty well this time of year, if you mulch well, that'll help take care of that problem. Over here, something green. Oh yeah, that's some wintered over parsley. Right there. Yep. Exactly what that is. That's weed though. Well, that'll grow out nicely, and then I'll pop some seeds and plant some more parsley in here. On the outside, things are looking good. Yeah, the garlics are growing. Yep, they're doing all right. Now they got hit pretty hard by the winter, but they'll be coming back just fine. I'm not worried about them one little bit. Quite a few of them. I've got the Lorts, and I've got some Northern White, and I've got music garlic as well in here. So they will be fine. Something ate them. Who the heck eats garlic? Yep, everything is looking pretty good out here. Now you can see I've got a pile way over there of rotten hay. That's going to be put to use. And where that hay is right now, I think that is where I'm going to put my new asparagus patch. And why? Let me talk about the decision to put the asparagus patch here. First of all, this hay is covering about a 4x4 patch. That's about the amount of space that I need. It sits away from the rest of the garden. It is, though, on the south side, so it's going to get some good sun. But generally speaking, it's not going to be a problem with casting a shadow over here. Because once the asparagus is done, it's big, it's tall, and it can throw a whole lot of shade into your garden. And once it's done, I don't want to deal with it. So I think having it isolated in a separate spot will work well. On a mild day like today, it's so tempting to go out and plant something, but I know that it's really going to be best if I wait just a couple more weeks to get the soil a little bit warmer and get things ready to go. I've got plants that are ready to will be ready to be transplanted. Some cabbages and the broccoli, and it should be ready to transplant out in a couple of more weeks, and some other brassicas as well. And I'll be planting some peas, of course. Can't wait for those things. So thank you so much for watching. I hope your garden's growing well. If you love to garden and also cook, because my channel is about those two passions of mine, do consider subscribing. At least give us a like and share. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.